This is the Fourtner Report Special Edition. So today, we're coming to you from Captain Sig's garage in Seattle, Washington. Captain Sig, let's talk about first-time captains.
Oh, that's a nice topic.
So this year on Deadliest Catch, we had a first-time new boat captain.
Sean was a first-timer, yeah.
Sean. And word on the street is you helped him out. What was it that you actually helped him out doing?
Well, we had a quota that needed to be caught, and they have east and west bear dye. So I was going to concentrate on catching the eastern bear dye, and then there's a western district, and we wanted to lease that anyway, and I thought he'd be a good candidate for a couple of different reasons. Look, the kid's got a lot to prove, and that's what I liked. At the same time, he was also committed 100% to my quota. So in other words, I knew I was going to get paid.
So you helped him out, but it helped you out while helping him out.
Yeah.
Which is...
I've been around a while. You're going to scratch a guy's back, but it's got to go both ways.
Exactly. So you got thrust into this at a young age yourself. What do you wish you would have known about leadership then, running a boat as a young kid?
Honestly, don't become friends with the crew. Don't hire your friends. And don't give them too much information.
You do your thing in the wheelhouse. They pull pots on deck.
Absolutely.
They do their thing. You do yours.
Yeah. And then it's on a need-to-know basis.
And they don't need to know.
Exactly.
You know, when it comes to Jake Anderson, Jake's now running, the Saga. You got Sean running the Brenna A. What's the biggest thing that those two are going to face running their own boat that they have to really figure out on their own?
I think the biggest one is gear management.
So in gear management, you're talking about you got X amount of pots.
X amount of pots, but you have weather. That's an X factor. You have a crew. That's an X factor. You have number of crab. That's an X factor. You got to factor all these things in and manage your gear accordingly.
So I would assume that as a young captain, if you're young and ambitious and you're going to head and charge north to the ice pack, and you set a few prospect pots and you're pulling 400s, clean crab right by the ice pack, and you think you got it made, and you lace 200 pots right along the edge of the ice, and then it starts to blow north. I mean, is that something when you were younger, would you have started lacing the ice pack? I got it, I can take care of it if the ice starts coming down. And you lose gear?
You're hungry, and that's the thing. Once the guy's real hungry, it's a good thing, but it also leads to lack of gear management.
Yeah.
These days, I would lace my pots 60 miles south of the ice pack. I would take a 200 average versus a 400 average any day.
To be safe.
To be conservative and save my pots. Because if you don't have your pots, you got nothing.
Yep.
So I would probably be running up with maybe 50 pots or a nice easy deck load, 80 pots instead of 200 pots right on that ice edge. And I would manage those.
So there are some couch captains who live in Kansas who've never seen the ocean. And they watch Deadliest Catch and they think, that Sig Hansen is an asshole. So do you think it takes a grade A asshole to be a good captain on a crab boat? Or can you be a nice guy?
I think you can be a nice guy.
Sean is a nice kid and he's a captain.
But then you can't be a nice guy all the time. You will fail. I think it takes someone that's assertive, that can be an asshole if need be, and knows how to put the boat first because you're there to make money and to be a fisherman.
Does arrogance play a part in that?
I don't believe in arrogance because the guys that I've served under, none of them were that arrogant. Maybe a little bit, if you had a couple of drinks or whatever, but honestly, every guy that I fished with was never like that.
Do you find there's more arrogance with the younger captains?
When I hear these new guys run around and say, hey, I've been a captain for couple of seasons now and I know what I'm doing, well, sorry to tell you, but you don't.
Captain Sig, great conversation. Thank you very much. Edgar might not think so, but you're pretty wise beyond your years.
It's a lot of fun.
Hey, this has been a special edition of the Fourtner Report from Captain Sig's garage. For more of these, go to discovery.com/deadliestcatch.